Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Aurelia Zahra Putri Soelistyo, and I'm from Muhammadiyah 2 Senior High School in Surabaya. Now, you might have heard about the movements regarding racism, colorism, and social injustice trending on our social media pages in the past, like Black Lives Matter or Stop Asian Hate. First of all, let's discuss this. What is racism? Racism can take many forms and happens everywhere. It includes prejudice, discrimination, or hatred directed at someone because of their race, color of their skin, or national origin. Racism can also be using racial slurs, making fun of someone because of their race, or even racial stereotyping, like saying that all Asians are smart, or all Black people are criminals, or all Hispanics are drug dealers. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is because the basis of Muhammadiyah's movement is to encourage Muslims to talk about topics that need to be spoken about and to help those who are oppressed and underdeveloped. So as Muhammadiyah's future generation and future leaders, we can really make an impact by helping to find solutions to these issues. In March 2020, the United Nations received an increasingly amount of hate crimes towards Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. The advocacy group Stop AAPI Hate, or Stop Asian American and Pacific Islander Hate, had received more than 2,800 hate incident reports. Some of the hate incident reports were an 84-year-old Thai immigrant who died after being violently shoved to the ground, an 89-year-old Chinese woman who was slapped and set on fire, and a 61-year-old Filipino American whose face was slashed with a box cutter. These are just some of the reported incidents that happened because of racism. There are also several studies that show that those with darker skin or skin tone or racial features play a powerful role in who gets ahead in life. There's also a study on colorism that shows African Americans with a darker skin tone are correlated with lower socioeconomic status, diminished prestige, and a lower chance of holding an elective office. These factors regularly determine who gets hired, who gets convicted, and who gets elected. Meanwhile, there are still many people who believe that lighter skin is the beauty standard or is considered more beautiful. But sadly, this phenomenon puts lighter skin on a higher pedestal, and it reinforces racial power imbalances. These are cases of colorism. Colorism is discrimination in which those with lighter skin are treated more favorably than those with darker skin. We live in Asia, so you might have come across skin whitening products or skin whitening treatments. You also might notice that Asian beauty brands have a tendency to have a limited shade range, and you might even get advertisements on beauty brands selling 2 to 5 shades, but not even a shade for those with a darker skin tone. So colorism can cause a lot of damage and can have a heavy effect on our mental health, as those with a darker skin tone can show symptoms of depression due to the prejudices held against them. Thankfully, there have been beauty brands willing to make a change by eliminating words such as fairness, whiteness, or lightening from their products. And social media plays a key role in this by dismantling the belief of fair skin being more beautiful. Social media also has campaigns like dark is beautiful or #brown is beautiful. And racism and discrimination mostly come from ignorance, so it's really important that we educate others and spread awareness on racism and the history of racism. And ways we can do this is by calling out others when they use racial slurs or statements, validating people of color and their experiences, and most importantly, engaging in discussions about discrimination and racism. So racism and colorism has a lot of physiological and psychological impact on our mental health as it relates to stress. this discriminated related stress can really have an impact on our overall health, happiness, and relationships that we have with friends and family. So why is it so important that we discuss this? Well, as Muhammadiyah's young generation, future leaders, and enlighteners in adversity, we have the voice and the platform in order to advocate for change and help others. So if we educate others and spread awareness, we can really help make a change in this world for the better. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.